Hi again, this is Dr. Theresa Nicassio from yumfoodforliving.com, and I'm doing this video as a follow-up from the previous probiotic video that I did, where I introduced a alternative probiotic drink where you don't have to have a mother, you don't have to handle, the cultures in any special way, but you could actually just get fruit and fruit juice or fruit and water and add some really high quality probiotic powder from a capsule even, and make your own drinks. So you can save a whole lot of money, because as much as we love kombucha, and it's actually not even hard to make either, and kefir, it's fantastic to be able to have the option to make things on your own and anywhere you want. But I wanted to see this video because I've also had a couple of reasons. One is because I've had several questions and awesome comments. Thank you all for your comments and questions that have been both online in the social media, but as well in emails and private messages. So one of the questions I've received is, one person actually had tried to make, a lot of people are having this great experiences, but one person said, what's going on? I made it, but it doesn't seem to be fermenting properly. It's not bubbling, it's not getting excited. And so there's a lot of reasons why that can be. One of the reasons, probably the most common reason, is that the probiotic being used is either not potent enough, like not enough high enough quality, but most likely that maybe it's sort of dead. Probiotics are they're live cultures, and after they've been sitting around for some time, they don't have the same potency. And especially those that are, if they're not refrigerated, they just die. And so I like to use really high quality and fresh probiotic powders that I get, and my favorite is using the New Roots Herbal. They have really good quality and very high potency ones. I've never tried to do this with low potency, with small amounts of bacterial cultures. It might be possible, maybe if you put enough of it in, but I've only done the high potency methods. Anyway, that's one question. Another thing that can also be a factor is the warmth, the temperature, the ambient temperature of where you're sitting your jar as it's fermenting. And again, I just use a regular canning jar and have it covered, sealed, and burp it, a couple times a day. And so if the ambient temperature is too cool, it's not going to do its thing, because it likes warm temperatures. I like to set mine right beside the stove, not on the stove. Don't want to heat it. You don't want to kill the cultures through heat, but to have it be there because there's a lot of heat. And also it is summertime, so we have very warm temperature in our home right now. So that's a really important tip. And a third piece is the kind of fruit that you use. All fruits aren't created equal, and some fruits with particularly those maybe with certain enzymes, maybe like pineapple or papaya. I'm not sure how they would fare, because they have enzymes that break things down and might actually even kill bacteria. I'm not sure, but I do know that I like to use berries a lot. Those are one of my favorite things to use. Strawberries in particular, strawberries and raspberries. So I hope that answers some of the questions. I think that there might be another question. It might come to me after. But so this one that I'm making here I was excited to share this because it's made with just plums. And we have got a bumper crop this year in our tiny garden. Bumper crop of plums and raspberries. I've just put those in. I think that the combo flavor is going to be really good. I didn't really like so much the banana in the coconut water, but I tried it and that was okay. But this, I think this is just water, plums, and raspberries, as well as a couple of capsules of the probiotic cultures, and it's smelling really good already, and it's already been just a day. Oh, that's right. That's the other question people have asked. How long do you ferment it? And again, I don't know the answer to that. It really depends on the warmth. It depends on the quality of the probiotics that you're using. It may even depend on the kind of fruit you're using. The fruits that are more that really ferment and easier. So for me, I find that in the warm temperature, within 2, 3, 4 days, it's really good. And I just when I burp it and then I smell it and see how it is. If you happen to overdo it, it becomes more like vinegar, or not exactly vinegar, but it becomes more sour. That's not a problem. If it's a bit sour, don't worry about it. Just add a little more fruit juice and that offsets it. I think that's what they do in a lot of the ones that are sold, like the kombuchas and such that are sold over at the store. There seems to be a lot of sweet, like the fruit is, they put some fresh in. And it's kind of nice where you even use some fermented and then you can mix in a little bit of fresh fruit if you'd like, fresh fruit juice. Oh, the other thing I should say in terms of the question about the success is you want to also be sure to use only raw organic fruit and fruit juice, because if the fruit's been treated in ways or has poisons in it that could kill the bacteria, then that would also prevent it from fermenting. Anyway, I hope that helps with some of the questions that you have, and I want to thank you for the questions and comments. It's been fantastic. Oh, but I also want to share, I think you all know that I went to China. I was my book Yum, Plant-Based Recipes for a Gluten-Free Diet has won the Canadian championship for the best diet book in all of Canada. And again, there's this huge Gourmand World Cookbook Award that had over 10,000 entries for cookbooks for 2016. And out of all these, 209 countries competed, and then the best of each country, and again, I was representing Canada, competed, and I went to China for the awards, and I think you may all know, or most of you know, that I was able to bring home a Best in the World award for Canada as the best diet book in Canada, second mention. So it was very big news on that front. But while I was there, because I live with food sensitivities, celiac disease and other kind of food sensitivities, I needed to bring my own food. And I wanted to share with you while I was there, I was like, oh, I'm going to try to make my probiotic, a form of probiotic beverage while I'm here. And I wasn't certain about the fruits that were there, but I had some dehydrated organic fruits that I had brought with me. And what I did was I put those in a jar that I had, and I added some. I actually did it with green tea and ginseng tea. I have a really high quality, wonderful ginseng, thanks to Lawrence and his wife. It's beautiful, beautiful white ginseng tea, and just a tiny, tiny bit of ginseng in there. But I made this ferment, and I did it right in my hotel room. So I had the tea, I had the dried fruit, I'd shake it up and I'd burp it each day, and it was really good, and it was so healthy, and I felt awesome that I could do that with no mother, nothing. You know, if you're home and you want to make the kombucha and kefir and that sort of thing, you can do that, but when you're traveling and on the road a lot, it's just not feasible. So it was just really empowering to be able to do that while I was on the road. So I thought I'd share that little story with you. And I'm very happy that lots of you are inspired and excited in trying to do this fermented drink, this probiotic beverage. And if you have any more questions, let me know. It's great to hear from you. And if you want to put any comments down below, or contact me, message me, email me, any of the above, it's all good. And I look forward to hearing more about your adventures with healthy eating.